All right, so today's video, we got a good one. We're gonna be watching a Gold 4 support on PC. Get ready, here's the description. After my 33 game loss streak, yes, in comp, no, I'm not okay, says in parentheses here, I'm washed. Washed as in face planted down the ladder from Master 5 to Gold 4. I have a lot of skill recession from not playing as consistently for a few seasons, and ever since returning back to the game, I've been steadily falling further and further down the ladder. This game was a bit rough. Our first defense was a flop. I was trying out Wuyang for the first time and it shows. Things started looking up on attack when I got on my main Ana. Anyway, I hope you get some laughs from this, and I get some helpful insight to how not to fall all the way down to Trash Can 5. I want you to give yourself a little bit of room here on the idea that, like, sometimes when you take breaks from games, you can come back and be playing a bit worse. It happens. All right, so obviously you said you're a little bit new on Wuyang, so I'm not going to overanalyze it too much. I'll see if there's anything I'm seeing, but let's go. I mean, good start. Also, don't be afraid to, like, put your heal on, like, one of your DPS. It will be a little bit more effective there. Your other support, is running Ana, so your Ana can really take care of the hazards. Don't be afraid to, like, keep it on the Genji or the Hanzo. So far, everything's up. Okay. One, that was a good sleep by Ana, but two, like, I want you to think about what you're doing on Wuyang, and it's something we watched recently. When we watched a pro VOD of this, is you don't have to play as close as you think. I want you to think of Zenyatta positioning for Wuyang more than, like, how you would position, I don't know, I mean, even Kiriko or something, or, like, Juno. See your Ana has the right idea. You have a pretty long range to do damage. You can keep your heal up on somebody, so play safer, see? Because, like, in my opinion, I think you're already just too far up. That's fine that you're keeping on your Ana. Yep. You're definitely trying to do damage output, which is nice. There's your Ana, making sure they're healed. I don't know if, like, another thing here, too, and this is useful for anybody playing Wuyang, look at the middle. You don't need to turn around to see if it's on your Ana. Like, it was on your Ana, and you can see your Ana's HP. See the middle part? You can see their HP. You can scan that, and that'll be a little bit easier than just, like, turning around. See what I'm saying? So you can put, see how it's just like there in Ana? Like, you can see that's on Ana. You don't have to worry about that as much if you just leave it on somebody. So, I mean, truthfully, I don't even think, like, you're playing that bad right here. Honestly, like, this is pretty good so far, if I'm going to be real with you. Like, outside of getting, like, slept and, you know. Yeah, if you're checking with Arrow, that's different, but I think that was more of, like, making sure it was on. I don't know, this is pretty solid so far. I think the first time you got unlucky, and I have a feeling, and I don't know if this is, I can't speak for you, but I have a feeling that when you get randomly slept on a huge loss streak, you just have that mindset of, like, oh man, like, oh, not again. You know what I mean? Like, you just, like, it's just one of those things where, like, the things aren't hitting as quite as they can. Also here, I would have played this a little bit better. I think you were just, I want you to remember on Wuyang, you can play safer. You don't need to always be in the middle of the open. All right? Again, I know it was your first time playing. Maybe you've made that adjustment already. And again, if you haven't watched the recent, we watched a pro player, which some people in the section or the comments were like, yeah, this is a really boring play style. And I'm like, yeah, but unfortunately, if you're playing support and you really want to have solid positioning, sometimes that play style is what happens. Sometimes that uptime is what wins you games, not being up in the front line all the time. Yep. So, this is a hero that can have very safe positioning if you need to. That's on your Genji. I was gonna say, like, you can maybe Wuyang out your Genji, but, like, your Genji went in, like, by himself with the availability to have a good, like, ult combo here. So don't be afraid to use this ultimate on any of your teammates that are about to fall over. Okay, so that worked. I don't know if you calmed it or not, but try not to surprise ult your teammates sometimes, especially if they don't have cooldowns. I had this happen to me yesterday, where I kept having, like, a couple games where a Wuyang would just ult me on D.Va, but I didn't have my flight. And I wasn't like I was low HP or saving me. They would just ult me to go be aggressive, and I'm like, I don't even have my D.Va flight right now. They're going to look at me and just run away. Yeah, that's a good call out there too, with like the using the like the wave cooldown, the E, whatever that is bound to. Yeah, sometimes you're using that more of just like a part of your gameplay loop rather than using it for like a reason. Now you're on Moira. But yeah, point being for Wuyang too is like, just remember, if at the very least, like, just make sure you see your teammates have cooldowns. Sometimes you just need to see it. If they like javelin spin, give it a little bit of time. Good Hanzo ult. So Moira. The amount of times I've done that is really high, by the way. I seem to point out the shoot at a Junkrat trap and then think you're gonna kill it and then you don't do it. How many times, Chad, have you watched me try to kill a Junkrat trap as D.Va? I think I got it and then I just fly right into the Junkrat trap and just sit there. You said yellow orbs exist. You want my hot take? I actually think that the damage orbs a lot of the time will end up bringing you a ton more value sometimes because you get damage output on top of that. It gives you your resource back for healing, so you can get more burst healing and long uptime on healing with good damage orbs. Because damage orbs give you damage in general gives you your resource back. So like min-max of damage is really strong. I don't even know if that's a hot take. I don't know why I said hot take. I think that's like finding the balance is really key on Moira, especially for keeping your resource high. It's usually recommended to go in the cart. That's it. That's the story. I hope you enjoyed that. I don't think you played defense terribly. I also don't think you were in that playmaker mindset. You were very hesitant, and sometimes lost streaks can create that, right? Where you lose a lot, so you become more hesitant in your gameplay. When I say hesitant, I'm not saying like run in the middle of the street of like, you know, Circuit Royale and peek them and get slept and fall over, but I'm saying like more just like, yeah, more often than not, you can like find these. Ana on attack. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, like I said, we're not saying the orb usage was perfect. Again, what I'm saying is I just think that's one of those halves that like that was a team effort role, not just because of one like individual player. Sometimes you just get rolled, like as a team. So like right here, what did you? I want you to look at that right there, and what is something good you did right there? Because I think I want you to understand this. Like, what did you do well there? And my hint is it's not the sleep you hit. That was a good sleep. No, I'm saying like this is like a legit, like you did something good there. I'm gonna tell you now. I wanted to see for you. You ready? You had good positioning. That was solid. Like that was good. Do you see how you are being proactive with your healing? You damage when you need to, and you're playing really good position. And at that point, do you see what I'm saying? Like that is being a part of the game. When you were on Wuyang and Moira, it felt like at times you were like, okay, do I do this? Do I do that? Now, and Ana, and I think Ana's one of your comfort picks. You're seeing that comfort pick, right? You're prioritizing positioning. You're playing further back. You're using your abilities to look like more correctly. Like it's. I just want to point that out. Like, you know, this has been a solid Ana start by you. Like I can see it too. You're prioritizing the corner. You're doing this. Ana grenades are a little bit, you know, ambitious sometimes, but you're being proactive. Yep. You notice how you're not running in front of their team? Nano in the Genji. That's a good nano. 99% on Blade. Apparently missed their dash. Maybe they get a kill. Nice sleep on Sigma. Like, clean. Absolutely clean. I would say that if you win this team fight, that was a lot because of what you and the Genji just did. Honor grenade the corner. Yep. Yeah, you had to basically guess where they're going to go. Did Hanzo miss the headshot? I'm not going to say anything because I guarantee you if that was me on Hanzo, I would have storm arrowed the floor, missed 4 storm arrows, accidentally woke up the target, and then we got bladed. So I'm not going to sit here and act like I wouldn't do that. I know my skill set on Hanzo. It's the miss consistently. All right? I know my strength in that hero. Also, you didn't end up winning the team fight, but get the map control. By the way, remember to stick with your consistent positioning, by the way. I want to see something here with your... Because I actually think I did mention I liked your proactiveness, but I want to see something. I only wanted to point this out because I think one thing I've noticed you do, and somebody mentioned this earlier with Wuyang's wave, you cooldown spam sometimes. Keep in mind, this is a problem that I had to learn on Ana as of recently, by the way. Your cooldowns can do a lot to help your team. Just make sure you're really understanding that those can be really effective. I want you to think about it from like the point of view of a Genji, for example. If the Genji knows Ana uses sleep, the way that I play is going to be way different. Sometimes there's that mind game of like, they can never get your cooldowns out unless you need them, you'll have a much easier time. I ran into that issue for a long time on Ana. Like right there, you see that, like you're cooldown spamming. You see that with the sleep, like I know what you're going for, but you didn't necessarily like need to use the sleep there because like it's not a spot where you need it, right? It's like, wouldn't it be nice to have the option to sleep the Genji? I mean, you might kill the Genji here, but do you see what I'm saying? Like you didn't have sleep because of that random sleep you had. You see what I'm saying? Like that Genji bladed and you did not have sleep because of that. So I want you to like think about that. I think it will help a lot. Again, I want you to look at what you're doing here. Prioritize the position and you're going to a spot that's hard to dive you. Apply this on all the heroes you're playing, okay? Obviously, if you're playing Moira, you need to be more proactive up there, but apply that to each wall you're near, things like that. This is great positioning. If your teammates overextend left side, that's on your teammates, right? Like, good honor grenade. Now you have Nano. You have Nano Blade. I see you're setting up for it in case you want to do it. That honor grenade was fine because you were trying to get the Sigma on the rotation. There's the random sleep on a soldier. You have Nano Blade coming up. Don't need to do it, though, if you don't need to. Your honor grenade in the Sigma ultimate. I'm okay with that one. Good job. Here we go. Nano Blade time. You had the right idea there, by the way, because like your teammate literally said they were ready with Blade, so if they were surprised by that, I got nothing. Cooldown spam a little bit. This would be a nice spot to have that honor grenade again. I know you probably used it effectively somewhere else, but just think about that during those. Oh, I mean, it is. I agree, and I think like this is what I also want, you know, like Grim support to see here is that you're not playing Ana that bad. You have a couple of like, issues you have with like your cooldown spam. Like for example, like you see that honor grenade? Tell me, was that honor grenade necessary? Do you see what I'm saying? You can clean this up very easily. Yeah. You can clean that gameplay up very easily with that type of stuff. I had to pause just to give you the camera look again. Hey, does Genji have Blade? Damn. Man, they really had to think about that sleep, huh? Yep, I just want to point that out. You're cooldown spamming, and this is the second time Genji's had a don't even have to think about what they're doing Blade because you've already used one of your most effective cooldowns. That's a fine sleep, right? A Reaper in your spawn, that's great. That's a great use of it, right? Queen in front of you.
Time for the reckoning.
I mean, that was just a good clean out and a missleep. Think about that. Now you have Nano Blade again, so you can communicate a Nano Blade. This is usually the part of the game where I will want to really, I'm like, oh, we got Nano Blade coming up, and then the Genji will just blade in without anybody there and get nobody. That's my favorite one. All right, a lot of over ults. There's a random sleep again. Again, your cooldown spam is fixable. I'm gonna give you two key points of advice at the end of this game, because I think there's, I mean, going with that sleep's fine. You don't know if the character ult was worth. Yeah, but it's like also in a minute on the clock, you're kind of like over ulting. On a grenade missed. Don't be afraid to just throw it at the floor sometimes, like a splash. Ooh, they're gonna have blade soon. You don't have sleep. Yep. Good positioning though. Position's been solid. Oh, random sleep time. Now this is what I mean. Do you notice how every time that, like, you need your sleep cooldown, like, every time you need that sleep cooldown, you just don't have it? So the point I'm making here, one, let's stop with the cooldown spam. I saw you do it on Moira. I saw you do it on Wuyang. I saw you do it on Ana. I want you to start really thinking about your cooldowns. You probably need to see this. You played just fine for this rank, this game. You're good. Yeah, I mean, you can see that you clearly have lost a lot of games. Here's what you need to do. And this is going to be the hardest part. One game at a time. I think you're bringing all of your losses into each game. And one of the best ways to just get your wins back is to take one game at a time. Because right now, you're always in the mindset of like, oh, I lost a game and I've lost 10 in a row. I've lost 11 in a row. I've lost 15 in a row. Take one game at a time, stop with the cooldown spam, apply that same positioning, and you will win games again. You absolutely got this. If you like the video, hit the like button. Subscribe to the YouTube if you haven't. Leave a comment, all that helps. If you want to watch some of these, there's a video below. Check it out. Hope you all have an amazing day /night.